Hey guys, how's it hanging everybody? This is StormPow, and today we are taking a look at another USB microphone. Now, this is actually the second USB microphone that I've reviewed since making my video talking about why I feel like you shouldn't buy USB microphones. So this is now the second time that a company has reached out to me and said, hey, I understand that, but go ahead and try ours out. So here we are. We're going to be taking a look at the Maono. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled like M-A-O-N-O. So I'm thinking like a Lamau, so I'm thinking like Maono. This is the Maono AU903, and it is a USB microphone. It looks a lot like a Yeti based off what I've seen, but we're gonna check it out. It's a little bit cheaper than a Yeti, so we're gonna check this out and see if it's any good. And I'm gonna be doing a little bit of everything in this video. We're gonna be doing some unboxing, and we're also gonna be doing some testing, and then just kind of like some overall reviews. So I'm gonna have some timestamps up in the video if you just want to jump to one section of the video, because you know, screw my watch time rating, am I right? So let's go ahead and check this out. I have not taken a look at this thing yet, so of course once we open it up, we've got the user manual right here. Here we've got the main thing right here. We've got the old girl sitting here in the box and all this padding over here. And this seems like okay. This is our main stuff right here. So let's go ahead and get it out. I do like the packaging. It's nice. It's even got it cut out and everything right here. This is solid. I do like it quite a bit. So let me get rid of this. So right now, yeah, I mean, this feels sturdy, feels like a good microphone. I always like when they've got stands like this with the padding on the bottom. You know, they do tend to be pretty good at actually absorbing. I mean, it looks cool, and like I've said before, half the purpose of a microphone in streaming and YouTube is to be cool looking. So you know, I do like that. Looks like it has got, okay, so this button right here clicks. Okay, so yeah, this looks like it would control your gain and everything, and I'm assuming that like clicking that button will probably mute your audio. And then this is like a headphone out to monitor, I believe. So this doesn't press, so I guess there's no way to like easy toggle on and off your, you know, your monitoring, but obviously I'm sure you can turn it down all the way right there. So it looks like you can even unscrew the microphone, I believe. I might just be about to mess this up, but it looks like, well, okay. I guess there would be no real reason to. I was gonna say you could probably like take this microphone off this stand if you wanted to put it on your own stand, but there's not really like anything on the bottom to screw this into. So you would need like a huge clamp, I guess, if you wanted to put this on your own stand, like something like this. I mean, I'm sure it could be done, but I think this is definitely meant to be used on a desk stand and not necessarily where it's like, hey, we gave you a stand, but it's totally easy to put it on your own mount if you want. No, I think this is pretty much entirely meant to be used on this stand. And then at the back, we've got, of course, your headphone jack, and it looks like a USB-C for the power and for connecting to your computer. And it looks like you can change the directional pattern here. So yeah, that's really cool that you can change the directional pattern right there as well. You know, it's nice having versatility like that. So depending on exactly what kind of video you're making, you can change the directional pattern. So we'll get into that a little bit more, obviously, when we start testing it. But overall, I mean, I like this. I mean, seems pretty good. It looks cool on the desk. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. And then we've got one other little box in here. I'm assuming this is just all of our cables and everything like that. So we'll check that out here. Okay, so yeah, and then just our USB cable. So, you know, no fancy bells and whistles or anything like that in the packaging, but hey, that's cool. Comes with everything you need though. It's got your USB cable, the stand, and yeah, and of course the user manual, wherever that ended up when I threw it. So this cable is not super long, like not even quite a wingspan for me, and I am kind of a small boy, so the cord is not that long, which obviously no huge deal. I mean, this is just USB to USB-C, so like if you have a newer Android phone, you could use your phone charger, it looks like, and I'm sure you've got a phone charger longer than this, so not a huge deal. It's not like it uses some super strange proprietary cable that's going to cost you 30 bucks to get a longer one if you need to. But we'll go ahead and put this thing in and see how it sounds. All right, so right now we are testing this microphone out. What you're listening to is obviously the microphone right now. No editing, no noise reduction, anything like that. This is straight out the box. Looks like my gain is about halfway right now. It definitely seems like it is picking up a good bit of background noise. So as long as you've got like a noise gate filter on your audio for your live streaming, you should be good. Or obviously if you're recording more for YouTube, you can just do some post-production. It's really easy to remove noise, and it's not producing a ton, but it is noticeable, which then again, I've got the gain turned up quite a bit. So if we turn this up, this is as high as the gain goes, and I'm like 8 inches away from the mic probably. This is how it sounds with low gain, but I'm very close to the microphone. You know, if you're doing something like a podcast where you're discussing things, you know, you're not doing a lot of movement, then maybe this will be okay. Let's test out some of the plosives at, okay, I know I just heard one there. Powerful people. Yeah, so the plosives are pretty decent on here now. So I've got a very simple windscreen on here. You can get these for like $2 anywhere. So let's try it now. Powerful people. Oh my God. That like completely eliminated the plosives, I think. Powerful people peeing on pineapples. I mean, I think I heard some slight ones there, but it is very, very subtle. Now, I think that this thing probably works best at about the 40% on the gain. Taking a look at some of the audio levels and everything like that, I think this is meant more for like the dude who just wants a mic anywhere on his desk and it's going to sound good. Now, obviously, this is going to change when we've got these two patterns. So right now, I've got it set to where it's only going to capture from the front. So when I turn the mic around, it obviously has a lot more trouble picking up on me. Now, when I flip this over, now it is capturing everything in the entire room equally. Like it's literally going all the way around. And I can immediately tell that the quality has gotten a lot worse. And again, we're still at about the halfway point with the gain. I think that maybe if we turn this down, maybe now it's going to work a little bit better at about the 30%. So I think lower gain levels are key if you're going to use this mode right here where it picks up everything. Now, if somebody were to do something over there behind me, you would be able to hear it just as easily as you're hearing me right now. So that's not good in most cases. A lot of us don't have completely silent houses. You may have roommates or family members or pets that are going to be doing other things in your house, and it might cause some noise. Now, the benefit of this is that you have to be less careful about, where your noise is coming from. Also, the advantage is if you wanted to do like an interview podcast in real life, you could have this one microphone capture everybody. If you wanted to have like a group video and it just capture the entire room, you don't all have to have separate microphones. This would work really well for that. But overall, I'm going to switch it back. The way that I've got it set up right now is I'm really not looking at it. It's kind of like right over here, and then I'm over here doing my thing. Now let's try seeing how well on this mode it picks up like clicks, mouses, and keyboards. So, okay, so it picks it up. Okay, and now I've got my mechanical keyboard over here. Okay, so it definitely does pick things up. Now, it should get some of the shock a little bit better, like, no, it definitely picks up the shock. So the little pad on the bottom of the microphone doesn't do a whole lot as far as shock absorption. So I am still using the Maono microphone to record the rest of this video here, and I'm kind of compiling some of my final thoughts on it. Overall, this is a good microphone. It will run you currently $80, and I'll have a link to Amazon down below where you can go and purchase that. And of course, as always, purchasing from that link does support the channel. So I mean, if you want to buy it from that link. It's a win-win. It don't cost you any more money. Come on now. I think this is a great microphone because it's very versatile. I like how many different features you get for that price of still being under $100, so that still keeps it in the pretty affordable range. I like how many features you get. For one, the monitoring with the headphones, that is super useful if you're recording something and you want to know in real time how good it's sounding, and also the different directional patterns. That's really awesome, and I love when microphones have that. Now granted, I would very seldom use the omnidirectional where it gathers everything around you, but it's definitely nice to have, especially again, if you're looking to get a lot of versatility out of it. You may want to use it for group recordings where not everybody can have their own individual mic or certain other things like that. I wish that the stand was a little bit different because I've noticed that the screws on the side get loose pretty easily. Like if you move it around at all, you kind of have to tighten it up. I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to tighten it up, but I still wish that it was just a little bit like sturdier on the stand. And I wish that there was a better way to put this on a different mic stand. Like it doesn't really seem like you can take the mic itself off of this and clamp it into something unless, wait, ooh, I don't know if we just did something. I mean, this doesn't not look like an SM7B. So I just did some messing around, and this doesn't exactly fit on my stand that I've got over here, unfortunately. So I can't, go looking like Joe Rogan with my SM7Bs hanging out, but hey, that's whatever. You might be able to get a stand that actually fits with that. So I guess that I take back what I said at the beginning about how I was hoping that you could take it off on a stand, because it looks like you totally could, and you could hang this up, which is kind of a game changer to me, because that adds even more versatility to it. Obviously, like if you've got a mount that this will fit on, you know, then you can bring it even closer to you a lot easier, because the problem with these desk stands is that they're hard to keep close to you. If you're doing a live stream and you're gaming, you know, you are doing other things. You're up here at your computer and you can't be that close to your desk. You can't have it sitting on your desk and be talking to it like this. So being able to mount it, like I said, is a whole nother awesome feature. Overall, I would say this is worth 80 bucks. If you need versatility, I think this is a good USB microphone to go for. And again, I know that normally I would say that for 80 bucks, you can get an XLR setup. And honestly, that XLR setup for 80 bucks would sound as good as this. You may not get as much versatility though. If you think that you would actually benefit from having those two different directional patterns, then this might be worth getting for you. To me, the two main things that would make this worth getting over an $80 XLR setup would be the directional patterns. Now again, personally, I don't have a big use for that, and you may not either, but if you think that you would ever use that other directional pattern, then this is really cool that it's got that feature built in, and it's also got the buttons right here, the quick mute. I love when microphones have a quick way to just mute them. I can right now go and press That's really awesome, especially since a lot of people that are just starting out only have one screen, so they may not have the ability to have another monitor open with their streaming program where they can go and, you know, mute certain audio sources at different times. So that to me is really useful when they put that on the microphone. If neither of those two options matter to you, then hey, maybe you should just spend 80 bucks on an XLR setup and it's probably gonna sound a little bit better. But this sounds really good for 80 bucks and it has those two features. But like I said, the extra little, you know, quality of life things, that's to me what makes this worth $80 as opposed to some other USB microphones that are like 50 bucks. Because right now the Elgato Wave is getting a lot of really good hype as a USB microphone because of features like this. And while this doesn't come with the software that the Elgato Wave comes with, you're also not at that price point. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe even compare this to my $80 XLR setup that I used at the beginning of the video before we started doing the testing, and compare that to now. Let me know what you guys think. Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know maybe some other gear you'd like to see me check out sometime, or maybe any questions that you guys have got about live streaming. I'd be happy to even make it into another video if I need to. So anyway guys, also be sure to check out my Twitch channel. The link for that will be down below in the description. I stream pretty regularly. Go follow me on Twitter or Instagram or any of that good stuff and connect with me. Feel free to come and ask me some questions while I'm live or anything like that. But anyway guys, for now I would like to thank you all for watching. I hope you have a nice day and goodbye. I feel like I wear this shirt in all of my videos, but I swear that I have other shirts. Look, this was clean. I like this shirt. What is the problem?